Welcome, Kansas Prairie deer feeders and attractant. We're going to do a quick review today on the Vevor pellet machine. This is a 5mm pellet. I'd looked before I purchased this. There wasn't really anything online about them. So we went ahead and picked one up. It was just over $900. So we'll do a quick review. I'll grab the camera, come in and give you guys a close-up. All right, 220 volt single phase, 3 kilowatts, so that works out to about a 4 horsepower. We got an amp gauge, a volt gauge, power indicator, start, stop, status light, and an e-stop. Does not come wired, and the wire that the motor had was frayed, so we replaced it. Brought in power on top of the breaker. So you've got a breaker, starter, and then your switches. So not much in the electrical cabinet. When this came in, it did have self-tapping screws down here that were stripped. So we pulled the electrical box off of it and drilled holes through the mounting and made put bolts in it. One thing I don't like, it's got a drive shaft with U-joints and it's hidden under here and you can't get to it to grease the zerks. Also, probably the biggest other problem is these rollers in here have adjustment bolts that you tighten down the roller. Well, that one is next to impossible to get to because of the electrical cabinet. 3 roller machine with 5mm pellets or holes to make pellets. Got a sight glass for the oil, gear lube. Does make pellets though, so we've been trying different things. These are actually sweet potato in these pellets here. We chopped up a bunch of sweet potatoes, mixed them up and put them through with our protein feed for deer. And in here, I use some of our sugar-coated corn deer attractant, clean it out so you get some blue in your pellets. But all in all, the machine works good. I weighed some and timed it, and some of that depends on which feed you're running through it. But I got, we do about 250 to 300 pounds an hour, depending on your feed, so that's really not that bad. Just ran a bunch of stuff through it, but we'll fire it up here. And that's some of the corn pellets that I just ran through it. So we'll go ahead and dump some feed and you guys can see how this thing works. So far, been pretty happy. I'll probably actually take it all off this stand, bring it up on a taller stand, move the electrical box. But for $900, it's given me the ability to play. We've put some shredded apples through with our protein feed, just did some sweet potatoes. So far, everything I've dumped in it, it's done a really good job of making pellets out of it. We've got some of our just regular protein feed here and some of our sugar-coated corn we're going to dump through this right now for you guys. So let me put the camera back on the tripod and get this set up. All right, we'll go ahead and dump a little bit of our corn, then the protein feed, and then the rest of the corn. So as you can see, it really does a great job from these sweet potato pellets to our corn. Seems to run well. Been happy with it so far. Like I said, there's some improvements that need to be made. It did come in with some stripped screws in it, but for $900, it's really going to open up our opportunity to make different pellets for our deer attractants and deer feeds. So, thanks for watching.